You're listening to Bizarre Buffet, a podcast of all-you-can-eat weird. I'm your host, Mark Torriello.
I'm Jen Wilson.
And I'm Mark Bluestein.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Back to Bizarre Buffet.
Hello. Hi. Welcome back. How are you?
My foot's tangled.
Is it tangled? Really?
It was in one of the wires.
Oh, that's okay.
I feel a little hold on, I'm tangled too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, we're all tangled.
We're all tangled up. This is our third episode we're filming tonight.
Yes,
And recording.
it is the third, which means you'll listen to it when you listen to
And
it.
you'll see Mark Torriello in a different outfit, and Mark Bluestein and I in the same fucking outfit for the last
outfits in
one
night.
3 episodes.
Right.
Like a Cher concert.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Cher,
Oh,
my question tonight is, who is your favorite celebrity? And would you dedicate your life to following said celebrity?
that's a good question. I mean, I'm obsessed with Stevie Nicks.
Of course.
Susie from Susie and the Banshees. No, I would not dedicate my life.
No.
Yeah, no.
Mark and I like a lot of the same celebrities, too.
Yeah.
I think one of my personal favorites that goes all the way back to childhood is Bjork.
Bork.
And
It's funny she gets brought up in this.
I
Oh.
love Bjork.
I talk about her just briefly in this. It's something crazy,
I
but
love her.
But still, that's funny.
One of my biggest life goals as a designer is to have her wear one of my designs. And it's been like that since I was 16.
Yeah.
So 20 years of dreaming.
20 years of dreaming.
Never happened.
That's right. Keep the dream alive, babe.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I have a lot of celebrities that I like too. I'm a huge Larry David fan.
I love Larry David, too.
Like-
I do.
Larry David is someone that I just want to like go sit and like drink a beer with.
Yeah.
Just like have lunch with.
Yeah, I
Because
absolutely.
I feel like we both have similar philosophies on life.
Yeah. No, he's a good time.
Well, we're going to talk about a little something tonight called celebrity worship syndrome.
I think I might know somebody who has that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think you do.
Think I might know someone.
I think
well.
I think all three of us do.
Yup.
So, how about I give you
Odd.
a definition about what celebrity worship syndrome
Please
is?
fucking do. Thank you.
It has been described as an obsessive addictive disorder where an individual becomes overly involved and interested with the details of a personal life of a celebrity. So that's anyone who's in the public eye. This can be the object of a person's obsession. So authors, politicians, journalists, musicians, actors, actresses, models, you name it. Research and criminal prosecution suggest that they are more likely to be someone from the world of television, film, and or pop music.
Oh, so there are very specific parameters for this obsession, if you will.
Why does this occur? Why does something like this occur in a person, right?
Yes, I want to know.
There's really no direct cause for celebrity worship syndrome. As a condition with obsessive addictive properties, the presence of certain mental health conditions may play a role in the development of celebrity worship. People who may have a higher chance of developing these types of tendencies are those living with anxious, ambivalent, and avoidant attachment styles, minimal religious orientation, fantasy proneness, low self-esteem, narcissism, cognitive inflexibility, poor intimate relationship quality, difficulty coping with conflict, depression, anxiety. I sound like I'm like reading one of those like infomercials for like a drug.
Yeah.
Don't take this.
Wellbutrin may cause. Yeah.
Poor personal boundaries and addictive disorders. Okay?
Okay.
There's got to be some things going on.
There's some pre-existing conditions.
Exactly.
Okay, I gotcha.
So what does that look like? So what would somebody who has celebrity worship syndrome, what kind of behaviors would that look like? So for an example, it can be something really mild. It might be that you name your firstborn child after your celebrity idol, or you might change the way you dress based on your favorite celebrity.
Okay.
So Mark, maybe tomorrow you'll start dressing like Stevie Nicks.
I mean, listen, it's possible. Just like the one.
I mean, when I was like a preteen into teendom, I was kind of like that with Blink 182. My whole bedroom was a shrine.
Everybody was though, like with like the Blink 182 Avril Lavigne shit.
But mine was like excessive. I had the same Hurley shirts and Dickie shorts.
We were young, we were kids. It doesn't count.
I know.
My bedroom was like a shrine.
No, because I remember doing things like that too.
Me too. When
Yeah.
I was a kid, I had like pictures of Leo DiCaprio all over my fucking room,
Yeah.
and the
Okay.
Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Yeah, I know. We're Mark and I are just feeling insecure.
I'm very insecure about my celebrity worship.
Because I've done it too. Sometimes one might have cosmetic surgery to look like their favorite celebrity.
Ugh, I love those people. I love them.
There's somebody that's on Instagram who's gotten plastic surgery and it looks literally like Michael Jackson.
Yes, there is.
There's somebody out there
Yes.
that actually like physically looks like Michael Jackson.
I know exactly.
I forget his name though.
I know exactly who you're talking about though. There's this woman who has gotten many plastic surgeries to look like Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
Insert photo.
I think there's a Kim Kardashian lookalike
Yeah.
out there too.
A Justin Bieber, and I feel like there's a true crime story. You might have this in your notes.
I don't.
Okay. It's like a weird story with a guy who was like obsessed with looking like Justin
I'm gonna
Bieber.
have to look into that. And then some other things might be harassment, stalking, or inappropriate attempts at interaction can also be a display of celebrity worship.
Like trying to
stalking
like get.
or
Not necessarily stalking, but like I would say like somebody who just literally doesn't give a fuck and maybe they're sitting out to eat with their family and just kind of just barges in and wants pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
doesn't really care about boundaries or personal space. Like think about the people that were fucking on Britney Spears' ass in the early 2000s.
Okay, I gotcha.
Paparazzi.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then how can it affect you if you have celebrity worship syndrome?
Need to know.
It can affect your relationships. So intimate relationships, family, friends, professional work environments can decline under the demands of celebrity worship. A person might avoid social events, for example, in favor of online celebrity-oriented media such as live streams or status updates. You might just be like, fuck this, I'm not going to my friend's birthday party, I'm gonna watch Kim Kardashian live stream.
Oh,
It's like an
so
addiction.
yeah, it gets very deep.
But also these people, they become very one-dimensional, where everything becomes about that celebrity.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
It's
My next
annoying.
point is like, you might start to compare your romantic partners to celebrities or ignore your partner in favor of a celebrity.
Oh, so it basically infiltrates every
Literally,
aspect.
You eat, sleep, breathe said celebrity.
I love this.
In the business world, you may not be open to certain opportunities if they don't feel aligned with what your favorite celebrity supports or represents.
It's wild.
This syndrome can also manifest into an obsessive or addictive disorder. It might drive you towards harmful behaviors related to a celebrity, such as harassment.
Okay.
So you might start like fucking sliding into their inbox on Instagram and harassing them.
Okay.
You might start to compare yourself to your favorite celebrity if you have low self-esteem.
Is that where the narcissism comes into play?
Yes.
Okay.
You might talk down to yourself or be overly critical if you don't live up to what you consider to be their standard.
I feel like as humans, we do stuff like this just with like non-celebrities.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like just in regular dating or relationship world.
I agree with that.
Right, and I feel like it's very common. I feel like I've been there at points in my life, like where you're like, I don't feel like this person feels that I'm the person that like they think I should be.
Right.
Or like I don't look the way that I think they think I should look.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like that, just with a celebrity.
Right.
Yeah.
So there are many stories of celebrity stalkers. There's a lot of grim and morbid ones, which we're not going to talk about.
There's
tonight.
a lot, though.
We'll touch on them, though. So you have people like Mark David Chapman, who shot and killed John Lennon.
Yes.
You have Yolanda Salvador, who shot and killed Selena.
Yep.
You have Ricardo Lopez, the Bjork stalker.
Yes.
He was creepy.
He was.
He sent her a bomb.
He was
sent-
scary.
But didn't they get it before it got to
They
her?
did.
Yeah.
They did. Yes, they intercepted the
But
bomb.
you can find it on YouTube. There is like his like video diary.
Yeah.
Yes, and
He's like coloring his face with like marker.
It's
yeah,
really disturbing.
like wearing like masks and shit,
and he kills
like
himself too, right?
yeah.
I think he did kill himself.
I think
yeah.
he killed himself on video.
He killed himself on video. First, he sent her the bomb,
Yes.
and then killed himself on video.
Yes. So like nobody, if no one else knew, because he was dead, there would be no way of Bjork knowing that the bomb was going to her.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like intense shit. That was
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
But if you, on your own time, want to look it up, there's definitely YouTube footage of
Yeah.
him, and
Yeah.
it's really disturbing.
It is. So trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Actually, it was like one time. Remember when I used to Uber here before I had a car?
Yes.
It was like during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So when I would come to record, I remember, I think I texted you guys, like on my way home one night, my Uber driver looked like Yolanda Salvador, and I was freaking the fuck out. Like thinking it was her.
Did we have an edible beforehand? We might have.
That
But I mean,
may
listen.
or may not have happened.
Wait, is she in prison still? Or?
Yeah,
I
Yolanda.
bet you like the Selena fans probably like beat her with soap.
Oh, maybe. I hope so.
Whoop-cha.
But then you also have stories like, you have incidents like the bling ring. So for like those who don't know what the bling ring is, it was a bunch of teenagers in LA who would target the homes of celebrities and rob them. Like Paris Hilton was one of them, Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, who else?
Nice.
Nice.
Orlando Bloom. And they
Yeah.
would get like, they would rob jewelry, cash, usually like
God.
designer bags and shit.
Yeah, expensive items.
Really expensive items.
Yeah,
Tonight's story, though, is just, it's a little silly one.
I love it.
It's a little more silly than it is serious or morbid.
That's okay. We love all of it anyway.
So I'm going to introduce you to a lady named Vanessa Sky Ellis.
Okay.
Now, Vanessa has been featured on TLC's series My Crazy Obsession, Celebrity Stalking.
Oh.
I just
yes.
stumbled across her not too long ago, and I was like, she needs a Bizarre Buffet episode.
Fuck yes.
She has dedicated her life to following celebrities around New York. She takes photos of them, and she has way over 10,000 photos of herself with celebrities, and she's always on the hunt for more. She's also a bartender on the side. But she claims that hunting celebrities is the most important thing in her life.
Damn.
She literally spends hours every day looking for celebrities on the streets.
Okay.
She claims that she has inherited this hobby from her mother, who passed away. Her mother used to do the same thing.
Okay.
And she states, I've waited outside hotels for celebrities to come out for 12 hours.
Oh.
But there's no better feeling than when you meet them.
Really? Okay. I wonder what this euphoric state is like for someone like that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And like, they asked her on the show too, like, what is your most prized photo?
Good question.
That is a good
She
question.
actually says, none of them, they're all valued the same to me.
Oh,
Really?
That's sweet.
What?
That's sweet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you don't believe her.
No, she's like, she literally,
Not that mean.
every single photo, no matter if it's an A-list or D-list celebrity, they're all like worth and value to her the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I just wondered, does she have a career? Does she have a job? How is she paying her
I
bills?
believe she was a bartender. She might still be a
Side-
bartender.
Oh, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
Because I'm like thinking like all of her time is dedicated to this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe she should just be a paparazzi or like
That actually is
be
a
photographer
reasonable.
for like people or something.
Yeah.
So how she kind of like goes around looking for celebrities is she'll scan TV listings and camp outside in front of the morning TV shows
Smart.
and stand in front of Broadway stage doors to catch glimpses of celebrities.
I feel like that's one of the best bets to catch a celebrity is probably because they usually come out, right?
Yes, and she's also befriended a lot of the security guards at the door at the stage doors.
So she gets like tipped off.
She gets tipped off, and a lot of times, like you'll see, like if you watch this special on My Strange Addiction, or I'm sorry, My Crazy Obsession, not My Strange Addiction. She gets text messages and phone calls from some of them, like giving her tips.
Oh, so they'll be like Matthew Broderick is coming out of like
Yeah.
Broadway.
And I mean, listen,
Avenue.
I'm guilty of doing it. I've stood in front of a fucking stage door to get an autograph on my playbill for certain people. It's
Yeah.
not like I go to the theater all the time. I'm not sitting out there getting autographs.
No, it's for people that you're particularly a fan of or who you're like, I would like to interact with.
Yeah.
Like Jen knows this story and your mom knows this story too. But years and years ago, I found out where David Bowie and Iman lived.
Yes.
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 And your mom actually confirmed it, and I'm not going to say why or how.
I confirmed it too.
Yes, yeah, there's a connection
There's
there.
a reason, but yes.
Yes,
we
but-
can confirm we know exactly where David Bowie and Iman live.
Yes.
We'll not say it on this podcast.
No, we
Maybe
would
you're
not.
curious, you can
Yeah.
message me and I'll tell you on the side.
Exactly.
I know where.
Yeah, absolutely. Our friend Ashley and me, we would go there, and I mean, honestly, we would just stand across the street smoking cigarettes, hoping that like we would catch a glimpse of him. And you know, I don't know what we would do when we saw him.
He just wanted a glimpse. That's it.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah,
was, you know.
absolutely.
And this is like New York City. It's not like you're on someone's front
No,
lawn.
exactly.
You know, there's-
It's so
I feel
different.
Like New York
So
City,
different.
if you know the right places to look, you can see somebody.
Absolutely.
Like, I have crossed the street in like the theater district and I've seen people like just
Yeah.
walking on the streets.
Yeah, like I no, absolutely. And New York City is that type of place. Like, and Mark, you made a good comparison. You were like, you know, it's like it's New York City. Like sidewalks are people's front doors, which
yeah.
everybody walks
Yes.
on. It's not a fucking secret. It's not exclusive.
And I mean, Mark and I were just in New York on Sunday to go to the Stevie Nicks concert.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got out of the Lincoln Tunnel, it's the first thing we see. Someone shooting up heroin right on the street.
Literally. Yeah.
On someone's
yeah.
like front little step. And it's like,
Exactly.
welcome
So
to
it
New
just,
York.
yeah, that person could have been shooting up on the front of Pam Anderson's door.
Yeah.
Or whomever. I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. You really don't know.
Some of you who are listening might know Vanessa as the one who stalked DJ Pauly D from the Jersey Shore.
Wait, I remember this kind of.
You might remember this.
A little
'cause
bit.
It was on the Jersey Shore. For anyone who's listening that's never seen it, it's a show that came to fame in like the 2008-2009 era. It was 8 housemates that resided in Jersey Shore in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. The show is pretty much known for its Italian stereotypes. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
For those of you who have any familiarity with the Jersey Shore and Seaside Heights and the geography of that area, you know it's pretty easy to get around there. You
Yeah.
know, it's like you got the boardwalk, you have like 2 or 3 nightclubs and a couple of restaurants, and that's it.
Yeah. It's like
Okay?
if you know a house somebody lives in, you know where they live. That's
Exactly.
it. You can get there.
That show hindered me from being on Project Runway.
Yes, I remember that
You know,
story.
I auditioned. they recruited me. They came to me.
Yes.
And I went through the whole process, and I got all the way to the end, and I didn't get on. And I said, okay, was it my portfolio? Was it too avant-garde? And they were like, no, we just wanted you to be more like New Jersey.
Like Jersey Shore.
Like the Jersey
How much
Shore.
more Jersey can I be?
was
I
like,
live
are you,
here.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jerk.
So in 2012, Vanessa started following them around town. Now, when I was in like high school, college, and I would go down to the Jersey Shore, like, I would see them walking around all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I saw Snooki, like, on the street all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like a common occurrence.
yeah, it was just, like, normal. Everyone fucking knew, okay? She would pop up everywhere down there. From the boardwalks, the nightclubs. She was actually featured on an episode, and I believe they're at a club. Pauly D is literally saying, this girl is going to kill me. She's going to kidnap me.
Really?
Put me in her basement and have me DJ for her. I'm going to be MIA and you guys are going to be looking for me. So for whatever reason, it was just him. It wasn't anyone else on the show. It was just him that she had the obsession for. She would always show up to these like events with DJ Pauly D shirts. Like,
God.
yeah, she always had, like, she was always representing Pauly D.
God.
Oh my God.
And then in 2018, while filming Jersey Shore Family Vacation, so there's a lot of spin-offs. And now because like they're all older, they have kids, they have their own families, they'll do a season where all of them and their kids and their spouses go on vacation.
Are the kids alcoholics too? I'm just curious.
Maybe. They might be.
They're like babies.
Oh God.
But this particular
Not
season...
reproduce. Should not be reproduced.
No, I agree, but you know.
But this particular season took place in Miami, Florida, and Vanessa flew down.
Stop. She flew to Florida?
She flew
Nice.
to Miami.
I love Vanessa.
Rest of the Jersey Shore crew, they spotted her while like DJ Pauly D he was DJing at a nightclub. It was like on the show, and like the cast notices that she has something strange in her bag.
Oh God.
I forget what it was that was in the bag, but I think it was like a gift for him. I don't
probably.
necessarily remember, but Pauly D is very much caught off guard, but like he handles the situation really well.
Just like Mike the Situation.
Just like Mike the Situation from the Jersey Shore.
Yes.
You know, I remember when tanning salons were still like a thing in this area, and Pauly D had his own
Tanning lotion?
Tanning lotion. that
Well,
was, like,
Mark's
sold.
making this face because he still goes
Do
to
you
tanning
still use
salons in
Pauly
this
D?
area.
Do you use
No.
Pauly D's tanning lotion?
I
No,
hope so.
I just go to the tannin bed like I'm tan mom.
Like
Oh my God.
Ow,
That's why
tan
I'm
mom.
very
Tan Mom's
attractive.
from my hometown.
Yeah, that's right.
Very
She
attractive. Ow.
Jen-
I frequented that tanning salon.
Stop it, did you?
I've been there
God.
once or twice. It wasn't the one that I used to go to all the time,
Oh my God,
but
but you
I
went there.
I did go in there once or twice, but
Oh my God.
I was part of the tanning salon generation.
You are royalty. Tan Mom is like our deity.
For the record, I'm not orange, people.
No.
Like, I'm very
Tan
pale.
Mom.
I just look good.
Like I said, he does handle the situation really well. He greets Vanessa and asks her what's up? Why is she in Miami?
Stalking
You
you.
know why.
Yeah.
And she tells him, she's like, you're the reason I came here to see you. And he's shocked.
Shit.
But he thanks her for coming and he announces to the club, shout out to Vanessa.
Oh, that's
That's
sweet.
nice. Okay.
That is very classy. Good for him.
It was one of those situations, was she a stalker? Was she a super fan? He says in the end, to see her in Miami is really trippy. But I had a moment where I'm like, is she a stalker or a super supporter?
Yeah.
She has on an I Heart Pauly D shirt that she got from the t-shirt shop. And had a
In Seaside.
full-blown Pauly D tattoo.
Stop.
And he called Vanessa the real MVP.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
All
adorable.
right,
So like I said, if you would like to see Vanessa and get to know Vanessa a little bit
Yes.
more, you can go and watch the episode of my crazy obsession on TLC,
I'm gonna watch it.
Celebrity Stalking. She has an Instagram page.
Find it right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna
go
get her
look it
on the
up.
show.
Vanessa Sky Ellis. You can actually book her for events. I don't know what you would be booking her for, but she has it says to book me for an event, email here. That's my story about Vanessa.
I love that.
But, we have other people out there who have a little bit more extreme cases of celebrity worship syndrome. Mm-hmm. We actually know some people.
We do.
do.
We actually do.
Down a rabbit hole
We
about
have-
celebrity stalkers all night long. I mean, I was
Absolutely.
reading earlier too, like Brad Pitt had a stalker who showed up at his house and just like snuck into his house and slept in his spare bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I feel like there are so many stories about celebrities being stalked.
Isn't there a documentary about that girl Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we're alone.
I think we're alone now.
Yeah.
Yes. And for those of you who aren't familiar.
We're alone now.
Now, there doesn't seem to be anyone around. Wow, we sound good on this.
We do.
Yeah.
Isn't like the girl like obsessed with Tiffany, or she thinks Tiffany's her best friend?
I think it's a guy. right?
There
Or
were
was it a few.
There were multiple people.
Who cares
There,
about Tiffany?
I know there were about 2 or 3 people. So for
Sang at the mall.
I know for those of you who don't.
And that was just her one song, right?
Yeah, for people who aren't familiar with Tiffany, she was kind of like the original like mall performer.
Yeah.
And she became famous in the mall circuit. I'm doing air quotes for
Yeah.
those who aren't watching. During the 80s and 90s, there were like mall performers
Yeah.
who became famous from touring
Yeah.
malls. I think even like Britney Spears used to perform at malls too.
A lot of them got their start performing in malls, if I'm not mistaken, NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah,
did too.
probably.
Probably.
No, I think you're right. So a lot of those like people of a certain time kind of like became known from doing this. So Tiffany was one of those people, and there's a documentary called I Think We're Alone Now, and it follows people who are highly obsessed
With
Tiffany, the mall performer. But in the meantime, follow us on Instagram at Bizarre Buffet and on Facebook and on Patreon.
And if you want to be a celebrity worshiper,
Yeah.
you can give us your money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Worship
And
us.
worship us on
Worship
Patreon.
us.
Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon.
Bizarre Buffet.
Absolutely. And
You can worship us on YouTube.
on YouTube.
You watch us,
On
and then
Instagram.
if you listen to us, we're on every podcast platform.
All of them.
We sure are.
Yeah, that's right. Ask your dad, ask your mom, ask your grandmother. They probably all
Ask
follow
your
us.
dog.
Ask your dog. Your dog loves podcasts. Your cat probably does too. And your hamster. But
So
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and until next time, I think we're alone now. My name is Tiffany.
And I am a tanning bed.
Oh,
And I'm Bjork's iconic swan dress.
beautiful.
Oh my god.
So great.
Don't stalk me.